I love these speeches.
Hey, check out our Patreon in the link below. You'll have access to uncut and upcoming reactions, skits, behind the scenes footage, and so much more. Your support goes a long way to helping us with more reactions and original content. Also, thanks for subbing. Set the bell for notifications. Your boy YaBoyRockLee.
What's going on, guys? If you're not subscribed, now's a great time to do so. Fire Force reaction is starting now. What's going on, guys? Your boy YaBoyRockLee here.
DirectoryNasty.
Jumping into our Fire Force reaction. Quick recap. Last episode gave us tons of answers and then more questions.
Typical Fire Force.
Yo, but it was awesome. What we got is definitely Shinra's only option is not the evangelist when it comes to getting to grace.
And you was dead on. You're like, as soon as season 1, you're like, he needs to go somewhere else.
You get that light speed, yes. He has to go someplace else. So we got that answer. We have some questions about, you know, with this Amaterasu, with the girl who's in it.
The first pillar.
The first pillar. Does she want out? Could Shinra have some type of conversation? They have a link. She tries to talk to him. So what are the possibilities? We don't even know. But it's just like, you just have some more things to start considering here. And now I think some of the conclusion that we're getting, and some people in the comments fill it in, that apparently the one in China, okay, the Amaterasu in China is the first to go off. The one in Japan that they have right now is like you know, like the prototype, the second prototype.
Yeah.
And now the Avengers are trying to cause a second cataclysm with that one. So that's just that. So after the world was destroyed, after the world was destroyed, oh, dang, now I have a brain fart. You always talk about it. His family is the one that built the second Amaterasu.
Vulcan.
Thank you. Vulcan's family. We're gonna get some information, but big questions.
They know more, yeah.
Yes, because
we gotta talk to the first, we gotta talk to the fifth, we gotta talk to Vulcan and the fam. Oh, and
we
by
gotta catch back up
extension,
to Giovanni.
You took it right out of my head. I like by extension, yo, where Giovanni at, son?
Because Giovanni is such an awesome character. That episode that we last saw him, and then we haven't seen him like since. So it's like,
yeah, we saw him one time, but it was like a very casual pass by.
Okay. Cause I don't even remember it. I've seeing him since the whole Vulcan being brought into the team.
No, I think I made that up. I think I'm remembering from the intro, not actually him being there.
Yeah.
That's the intro when they're all jumping off the building, right? Or is that episode 1?
We're about to watch this intro because I don't remember right now. Anyways, guys, we are jumping into our reaction. If you guys haven't subscribed, now's a great time to do so. Oh yeah, so full reaction will be on Patreon. We do post content on the daily. There it is, yes! So we are jumping into Fire Force starting now. My neighbors. To me, I think that story is a lie. Something's.
It is! I just figured it out!
Yeah, as I was watching it, I was like, yeah, that's not true.
Raffles just went and kidnapped somebody and threw him in Amaterasu. This is the first time I read the story and I actually finally understood it.
The reason why you didn't understand it is because we needed last episode.
Yeah.
We saw a girl in Amaterasu.
Raffles didn't go find an unsullied flame, he kidnapped somebody.
Dude, that's literally what we just said.
I didn't realize the implications.
Wow. So we're on the money, man.
No, don't do that. Obi. Chill out.
Obi has one person he can trust. My problem is how vulnerable is the one person Obi can trust. Because someone gave Obi...
Lieutenant?
Yeah.
I don't think Lieutenant. I think it's Lick. I don't trust him.
Because the nuns work, the sisters work for... He's just trying to make the sister feel okay.
No, I can see... No. The Holy Soul Temple leaders can be evil, but the temple still helps the people.
Fair
so
point.
you could take the good with the bad,
Fair
but
point.
you gotta erase the bad.
Fair point. The different colors, what do they mean? All matching.
Pi calculator EXE.
Infinite. Flat out false. They'll wipe you out.
Yes, Obi, don't say nothing. Yeah.
I don't even know how it would help letting everybody know, hypothetically speaking.
That's why I give you that look. I was like,
Oh, okay.
I know where he's going.
Okay. If the fire force can't do it. Who is it? Oh, it's Joker.
That's not what I expected.
My God, half the cigarette's
I
gone.
thought I was a smoker. Jesus.
Joker has a dope voice actor as well, man. He kind of slurs his words, but it works. And he slurs his words as he's smoking too, so it actually is perfect. I don't know if he slurs when he's not.
100%. That voice actor has a cigarette in his mouth when he's shooting
Yo, slurring is not even the best word, but you know what I mean.
this. Yeah. For me, it's hard to trust him because I know he's not tied to one side or another. So he's kind of like an Inca to me, where I feel like he'll do what he needs to do that he thinks is the right thing to do. So that's why I'm always like, he's gonna turn. But I don't think he's actually gonna turn.
It's ill-defined as just causes. I like it. He's an absolutist.
Yeah.
Heroes need them. Just causes. But he's a dark hero. Yeah, that's 100% true. Did he say he had to wait till 3 years? He's gonna take care of it.
Look at him, he knows.
Joker, a stray dog.
Yup.
I love the analogy. And Joker's over here talking to Beni about being a dog.
Yup.
Waka flocka flame. That you always used to say that. I just realized, like, Joker got Beni, like another OP person. Oh my gosh.
They're teaming up.
As they're saying, Beni, don't get into trouble. Just cause. Do you hear this?
Yes.
I love these speeches.
Oh. Chaotic neutral. Love it.
Stray dog. I have the right to know about it. He teased me. I thought he was going to give a speech, but I still like it.
Why do we even come up here? That's what heroes do. You look down on things.
It had no tactical purpose. Now we're gonna get their justice, or what they perceive.
What a weirdo. Do you see these guys?
That was normal for a time period.
Cutting the top of your head off and leaving it.
Monks would do it. The reason why it's not recognizing, they would wear like a brown.
Got you.
It's a bundling of all those histories of mankind. All the world's diverse religions, governments, and science. With the church. You gotta remember that guy.
That's Beni. That's where Beni lives.
Yo,
yeah, they know not to. They know not to go over there.
And but he is going to them.
Yeah, he's like, hi.
Yet. But do you understand that they were going to anyways? Beni hasn't done anything wrong. He said yet.
I peeped that. That was the first thing I noticed.
So, in hindsight,
this is about to be fun.
It's not even gonna be fun. These guys are scrubs.
That's why it's gonna be fun.
They're absolute scrubs. Look at Beni. They're not even fighting these guys. They're just being.
I am Beni Maru.
What was the name of that god they talked about? Didn't they have Benny's same last name?
He was talking about his family. He was talking about the whole region where they're from. Descent of blood.
Those are the elite guard? Oh, who's gonna come out? Who's gonna come out?
No.
They didn't shoot him?
He's not dead, right? He said die. just kill Beni, right?
That's what I saw. He didn't like blow a dart. Like I didn't see an object move. What if because of where the flames come from, they can just like extinguish a flame? I don't like something like that.
I don't know, man. That was just wild.
They just washed out the elite guard and then he just topples over. Look, I gotta say, if the church is really like pulling things behind this, like in charge here, or the Soul, if Soul is in charge here,
Soul seems to be in charge here.
They have to have an OP way. Come think about the fire force. All these soldiers or firefighters could just outrun them, but they have a failsafe. And apparently, it's not going to affect Joker. Whatever that is, it's not going to affect Joker.
Or he'll see it coming and block it easy.
Beni was looking right at this guy.
Nah, I feel like the guy was in the shadows. He's like he was there, but he's like in the shadows.
I actually never really watched Tariq. There was no way I was not gonna watch Tariq. Like, what's gonna happen?
Yeah. It's a collapse, so he's not dead, but he definitely, you're right, negated him. Whatever
they got a secret weapon against the Fire Force. If this Fire Force ever rebelled, somehow Joker's not affected by this. But we saw in this preview that Joker's coming from.
I don't know, not affected by it, but maybe he didn't hit him with it, whatever it is. But yeah, you're right. They definitely have something specific to take out people.
The thing is, what makes this interesting, like, I think we're good. I mean, we'd accept it. Of course, Soul would have something to just shut down fire.
I mean, yeah,
but they didn't. They didn't like hint at it, but they didn't need to, because it just makes sense. Like, yeah, you have these OP soldiers around. You should have a failsafe against them, and that's why, back to this concept of these first generation, second generations, third generations, where they're getting their fire, the Adolo burst, the link between it all. There's so many unanswered questions. So many. But I think answering these questions going forward will help us understand how they just shut down Beni like this.
Yeah, for sure. Like, that was wild. That was not. I was just like,
I don't think you even understood the brick. Do you realize how much they built up Beni in this episode?
Beni's my favorite character in the damn show.
They're like,
I'm stunned. I have nothing to say.
I'm like, had the people like rebelled or whatever they said, like, oh, we can't go over there because Beni's there. And then it's like, oh, Beni's on his way. What? Well, we didn't attack him yet. And then they still could shut him down, apparently. But yeah, he was in the dark, whoever that guy was, so Beni didn't see what happened. But Beni's still that kind of guy that you just don't blindside. If I could be candid with you, if this was Shinra in the same exact scenario,
I wouldn't be surprised, right?
Yeah.
But like, having the Beni, like, what?
Yes.
Like, I can't believe I'm about to say this. No, I'm just gonna say, for me, that is a major plot hole just here.
Not plot hole.
Not plot hole, but like,
they could explain
what's the payoff, though?
There's one thing, Fire Force doesn't drop the ball with things like this.
Nah, you're right. They don't. You're right. That's why I was like, I don't even want to say it, but I'm like, yo.
Nah, they don't drop the ball with it.
You're right.
Man.
No L's.
They're going to explain it. It's going to make a lot of sense, and we're going to be like, oh, I can't believe Soul is doing this. I 100% believe in this.
Yeah.
There's nothing that they've done, and you're like, why did they do that? There's nothing. There's things that they've done, and then at the end, they're like, why did they do that? And then the next episode, we're like, oh,
First things first, let's explain this.
Yeah. And we obviously see Joker's gonna be fighting. So I'm like,
I was gonna say that's potential to pay off. They're like, you know how strong Beni is. Beni got shut down. Joker's about to shine real quick. Benny's gonna come back, storm the temple.
All right, here's my thoughts. I think Joker That's how people are like, oh, don't watch the previews. But whatever, I did. Because there was no way I can just sit there and not get some closure.
No, I need to know.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say that Joker is probably was one of those priest boys. Okay, that's probably why he has some inside knowledge in the church. He knew where to go, and whatever just shut down Beni wouldn't affect him.
That's why he said, "I only want to seek truth, not there." What do you say? Not there, not there, not there. But yeah, him and Licht, kindred spirits.
By the way, when they kept making those references like the stray dogs, and you saw like Beni, Lit and Joker having their same scenes, but then it would make sense because I would assume, I don't remember if they broke it down, but the point is Joker probably used some type of dog reference to Lit in the first place, or a similar conversation, and now he's having it with Beni, and now you're seeing Lit reimagine it.
Freeing Beni from the mind constraints.
Why did he go to Beni of all people? Why do you think?
Oh, because, okay, so I don't remember what proto-nationalist means in this, but I know that all the other Fire Force places are like in a united front and with the Holy Temple of Soul. But where they live, they don't pray to Soul. They don't do none of that stuff. They're like an independent, like a different religion.
That's why he went through all that of explaining how everything came together.
Yeah.
And then he went on to talk about that.
Yeah, and then exactly, yes. The old man, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it is. Like, they're, like, Benny's Fire Force is part of the Fire Force, but it really isn't. They're like...
So technically, it's okay for Beni to go attack Soul.
Yes.
He's an independent nation, almost like.
Yes.
It's not okay.
Because you notice,
he is declaring war,
they don't wear the same Fire Force stuff. They don't wear it at all. They're like, no, we're our own sanctum. We don't want your Amaterasu. We're gonna do things our way. We'll handle Infernos our way.
That's why they don't have the whole grid set up.
Exactly, yeah. Like, y'all do y'all, we do us. So even for them to let the 8th come in back in season 1, remember, that was a huge deal. That was huge. When the things were going on in Beni's area and the Demon Inferno, it was a big deal that they even allowed the 8th to come over there.
Yo, what's that thing? I think this might be a good analogy. Isn't it like China and it's either
Hong Kong? Yes, perfect.
It was either Hong Kong or Taiwan.
Beni,
one of them. It's one of the
Hong
two.
Kong. Beni is considered Hong Kong. The rest of the Fire Force places would be China. Where it's like, yeah, we're with you, but we do our own thing. It's like you can't do your own thing. Like, yes, we can. And they're like, okay, all right, bet. They still clash, they still beef, but the divide is very clearly there.
And they're talking about it right now. Like
I think that's what the episode was.
They were gonna run up on Beni's. I think that's another thing.
Eventually, they always were. They always were. Never forget that. They're always gonna run up on Beni and them. Always.
And the guy said, yeah, it's only a matter of time. That's why, because we know that, I think that's why it was also important. Because we know that, we can't fault Beni. Because it's only a matter of time. Take the fight to them.
Well, Beni and them always know that. They always know that. They're like, they talk about how they beef and clash with them, with the rest of them all the time.
So are we implying that Beni and his people are in a position where they can fight like all the Fire Force, just them?
Oh, I would never say that. Like, fight them and be successful? No, I don't know. That's overwhelming numbers.
But it'll be a big loss. That's why Soul's doing it. Why is Soul taking them now?
Period. The only people, in my estimation, the only people who are seeing Beni Maru in this Fire Force world is the leader of the first with the eye patch or Joker. Shinra's not up there yet. Evangelist, I would say Evangelist, but we're not talking about that.
And the Evangelists don't have any reason.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with that. If we're talking about just directly from the 8 companies, there's only 2 people I see even coming close to Beni's star. And it's literally, and I would almost say, can't say his brother either, because his brother's burnt out. So it's literally Giovanni and the first. And
at one point, it was the brother and Beni, both there.
Yeah,
both. They lost some firepower with his brother going out. But I think we just even answered something. Like, I realized the reason why they can't attack, they haven't attacked Beni yet, is because they need the propaganda.
That too.
So that's why Beni's brother like, don't cause any trouble. If he doesn't cause any trouble, they don't have
reason to move in on territory. Yeah.
Of course, they can find something, do whatever. But Beni, it would be harder for them. By Beni coming to them or causing trouble,
it actually does them a favor. It does them a favor.
Yeah.
You cut this out for YouTube, but it's like I said, you remember when I was talking about like, yo, I'm definitely gonna buy a gun? And I was like, here's a question I have to ask myself. If by buying a gun, do I invite violence to come find me and I'm truly protecting myself? Or is it that I don't have a gun and no guns have ever been around me? It's almost the same thing. If you don't go out looking for trouble, is trouble still gonna find you?
I never had health problems until I had health insurance.
We talked about that too. And one begat the other, and it's almost the same thing.
I happen to believe in the law of attraction.
Yes, exactly.
So to answer your question, first of all, anything could happen to you whether you do not have a gun or not have a gun. But there are certain things, there are certain patterns that you start having because
you invite that in.
Right. Like now, by the way, this is not saying anything about gun holders, because
no, don't get twisted. I want a gun, but I also need to think about my safety and the reality of my life and where I live. So it's like, do I invite things?
You have a gun, you might go to the gun range more often. Now you have more friends that also have guns. Now you tick one of them off, and then they just shoot you before you shoot them.
Not even. I'm transporting it from one place to another. I'm going from my house to the gun range. Whoop, whoop.
Oh, you have the gun.
I would do, and here's how paranoid. I don't even know how to own a gun yet, and I know how to transport it. Lockbox, in the trunk, under the tire, under where, you know, where the spare tire goes, it would be in there. And I would make sure everybody knows that's where I keep it. So if anything ever went wrong, and they're like, oh, he reached, everybody be like, no, that's a lie.
But if you let everybody know where you keep it, the person wants to take you out is gonna be able to take you out.
No, I'm not worried about somebody like, hi, take me out. I'm worried about, like,
then why would you want a gun for self-defense?
Now you see where my dilemma.
Because I'm like, you can't.
Now you see my dilemma.
It's too locked up.
I don't have one. No, not even. I'm saying if I was transporting it from my house to the gun range and I got pulled over
during transport.
Yeah, and I got pulled over, and it's like, and you know, back in America and something happened. Do you have a gun in the car? Yes, I do.
Well,
where is it?
The problem is if you have not for that part, but the problem is you have a gun. So if someone tries you, you have it easily accessible. So if you're transporting it and you can't easily get it, you're still kind of defeating the purpose.
It would be for home defense, not general defense. That's the other part I'm talking about. Yes, it's open carry, but I know that by me walking around, exercising my right to open carry, I am inviting people to see what I'm doing, and if somebody feels froggy, that is something I am inviting by exercising my rights. If I'm not carrying and somebody sees me, there's nothing, they just see me. But if I'm exercising my rights, am I now opening the door for somebody to say something?
Which is a question he's asking, which is not actually the answer, because we also know at the same breath, if you don't have anything on you, now you're just completely vulnerable. Which is your dilemma.
Exactly.
I knew what you were saying, I just have to make sure that
they understand.
The message is out there, So. Anyways, guys, we took a tangent on that one. Thanks for watching our Fire Force reaction. If you guys aren't subscribed, now's a great time to do so. Hit the bell for notifications. We post content daily.
Daily?
Daily!
Daily!
Man, I was waiting for you!
I told you it's never gonna be the same. Just keep up.
Alright, I'm gonna keep up. Anyways, your boy YaBoyRockLee.
DirectoryNasty.
Out.
Don't forget to follow us on social media. Also check out YaBoyRockLee.com for merch.